Hey, it's Cooper here, Big D's Dog Training and Services.com for another Cooper moment. Tough times. But being that we have, everybody has an opinion, which I appreciate, and I've had a lot of questions and a lot of answers and a lot of information that I've studied and gone out to look at. But now we look at I'm just going to bring up the subject of testing. Okay? Testing. What is being created by the testing statement is supply and demand. Okay? If they test and you have a high portion of the population that has had the virus, okay, or it doesn't have the virus, the key is if you've had the virus and you test positive, that is a good thing. You're still alive. Concentrate on that. They're shutting down our plants because they say they have a certain number of people who have tested positive. Now the question that they're not asking, are they over their symptoms? Are they past their symptoms? Are they still ill? If they're not still ill, they can go back to work, because guess what? If you test positive, you're going to always test positive. It's not going to be out of your system ever, because you'll have the antibodies forever. So you will always be tested positive. It's just like being tested for Lyme disease. Once you have it, you've got it. For example, let me give you the example of a vaccine. They came out with the Lyme disease vaccine for dogs, okay? The hard part about the Lyme disease vaccine for dogs, you give it to the dog, now the dog always tests positive. So stop scaring people by testing positive. Because if you give them a vaccine, they're going to test positive. They're going to test positive because the antibodies are going to be present. The question that you have to answer, education-wise and intelligent-wise, is, are you actively sick? Are you coughing? Do you have a fever? Do you feel run down? Are you sick? Stop telling these people not to go back to work, because they're going to have to go back to work. When you have the flu, do you test positive for the flu? The doctors don't even send the flu test out when you come in for the flu. They tell you as soon as your fever breaks, go back to work. As soon as you're able to breathe and healthy again, go back to work. So start talking that information, public. Start talking that information to media. You have doctors that have had it, that have gone through the quarantine. They had it, went through the quarantine, and went back to work. That's the general public. That's what you're supposed to do. If you test positive today, you go through your 10 days of quarantine, your fever's gone, go back to work. And if they test you 10 days from now, you're still going to test positive because you have had the virus. Why are our doctors not giving the information? Why? Supply and demand. Fear creates a demand for a supply of a vaccine that's going to be given in mass doses that people are going to demand that they have. You got people walking in wanting the vaccine for their dogs. Are you kidding me? Because of fear. Fear. You have rich individuals going, well, we got to test everybody, because if we test everybody, because they have stock and are creating the test. Supply and demand. We no longer are writing programs that people are able to buy, so now they're in the test world, so people go buy test. Supply and demand. So if you create a demand, now you have to develop a supply. It's not a theory. This is what's going on. The numbers say that if you get it, your chances of surviving are 98%. You do realize if you have a heart attack, your chances of surviving are only 5%. Come on, Governor. Come on, President. Force your media to look at the education, to look at the numbers. Save America, let us work. Because you're creating a demand for a supply that somebody else is pushing. If you test positive, that's fine. You're fine. If you're healthy, you're fine. Don't fear death, because it ain't happening. When it's your time to go, it's your time to go. I'm sorry, but that's just a fact. I don't wish illness on anybody. I really don't. But I don't wish this hardship that's being forced on us, because we're being forced not to work and nobody's stepping in to pay our bills. Nobody.